there is a certain amount of risk involved in it.
There's undoubtedly a growing awareness of the risks inherent in sport. This was the launch of a new set of guidelines by the Australian Sports Medicine Federation, aimed at making children's summer sports safer.
Myself, I've had 6 knee operations, stress fractures in the spine, associated broken bones in the fingers and things like this.
And it's no coincidence that this issue tends to hit the spotlight during footy season. Some very serious injuries have occurred on the football field, a fact acknowledged by the New South Wales Rugby League with the recent release of its education kit, NextSafe.
Adapting to being disabled, that was very difficult for me to swallow. That was tough.
The new guidelines have come a bit late for Greg Buckley. In August last year, during an under-21s game for the Canterbury club, Greg took a heavy fall, so heavy that he was in a coma for 6 weeks, paralysed and brain damaged.
There on the field on the day, it's still a very vivid memory to me. One shouldn't say it as a doctor, but I was quite frightened that Greg was looked very seriously ill and seriously injured. I was very concerned that if he did indeed recover, that he would have been virtually a vegetable. But I'm very happy to see that he's not like that at all.
To me, I don't see as though I had a choice. I was either a case of lying there and being in a wheelchair, or it was the case of getting up and getting done. So I don't see that I had a choice.
Now Greg just suffers some weakness down his left side. He attributes his amazing recovery in part to this place, the Drivers Rehabilitation Centre at Sydney's Cumberland College. This is where disabled people can learn to drive specially modified vehicles.
Greg, what we're going to do today is to try and drive using the spinner knob. So you'll be using your right hand on the spinner knob.
And it's all right to drive with both hands on the wheel.
When you're driving straight.
We're not turning the wheel.
Yeah, sure.
And it means much more than simply driving again.
And a lot of people say to us, I guess it's the light at the end of the tunnel of their recovery. If they can drive again, it really means a lot to them. It means that they can get out again and do all the things they used to do.
Does it help in their overall recovery, do you think?
I think it does. I think it gives them the scope to sort of push themselves further.
What difference has being able to drive made to your life?
Oh, heaps, because now it just gives you your independence. It's like taking the padlock off the cage. I mean, you can get out of the cage yourself. There's still a cage there, but you can open the door yourself.
Alan Eagle is another victim of sport. He was competing in a water skiing race in California last year when he fell and broke his back. Because Alan is now paraplegic, he's learnt to drive with hand controls.
Upward motion, pull back towards yourself for accelerate and push forward for the brake.
Why was getting back on the road into a car so important to you?
At first it only meant just to get around. I thought it was just transport, but after I got my licence, the whole thing opened up to be able to just say, well, I'm going and that's it. It's just, mentally, it's so rewarding.
Being back on the road has helped both these men cope also with the mental trauma which comes with a disability. It's put things in perspective. When you think that you nearly lost your life to a game, how does that strike you?
Oh, well, doesn't really strike me bad at all, because I loved the game and I knew the risks involved.
What do you think, Greg, when you hear about other people who've injured themselves in sport?
First of all, I hope that I hope they can come through it, and second of all, I hope they've got enough determination and enough guts and enough willpower